There were over 200,000 Indian immigrants that moved to the UK in 2024. That's a massive number, and those people bring a lot of money into the country. Given the 250,000 cross-border remittance limit, richer Indians, especially millionaires, have to find a way to move large amounts of money to the UK while bypassing that cap. So let's talk about the main methods Indian millionaires use to move money from India to the UK. Method number 1, bank transfers. This is the classic method, just a plain bank transfer. Under the Liberalized Remittance Scheme, you can transfer up to $250,000 per person per year. What most wealthy families do is use multiple family members to increase this cap. So if you've got a wife, parents, and an adult kid, you can pool their limits together. That way you can move up to $1 million in a year. But this isn't ideal. Cross-border transfers, especially over that kind of distance, are expensive, and they often trigger a lot of questions from the bank. Source of funds, reason for transfer, etc. Very pricey, very slow, and can be a hassle. So method number 2, Fintech platforms like Wise or Revolut. These platforms still operate under the $250,000 limit, but the user experience is usually way better than with banks. Great for daily purchases, smaller transfers, or short-term use. But again, they're not great for high-value transfers. Wise and Revolut ask a lot of questions if the amounts are too big. Their compliance process isn't smooth. They might freeze your funds, ask for documents you don't have, and take forever to respond. We've personally had issues with these platforms, and so have our clients. Funds held up for weeks, no clear timeline, poor support, not ideal if you're moving serious money. So method number 3 is to use stablecoins or cryptocurrency. Now this is where things get interesting. Stablecoins are very popular in finance right now, and not just for businesses. Even for individuals, they use them to move money across borders. Here's how it works. You buy crypto locally in India and you sell it in the UK. So the cross-border transfer doesn't really happen in the traditional sense. You're onboarding crypto in India and offboarding it in the UK. It's generally fast as long as you've onboarded with a financial institution or an OTC desk on both sides. And compared to Swift, it's way faster, cheaper, and doesn't have limits. So when you compare this to Swift, Swift has fixed transfer fees plus hidden spreads in the forex rate. And according to World Bank, the average cost of spending just $200 via Swift costs 6.65%. With stablecoins, depending on where you onboard and where you offboard, the cost is usually around 2%. So overall, stablecoins are much more efficient, modern way to move large amounts of money from India to the UK, especially for high net worth individuals looking to avoid the limits and delays of traditional systems. If you need help moving money from India to the UK or to Europe, you can use services of Xpaid. We personally help hundreds of clients move money from one country to another, especially Indian clients. We help open bank accounts in the UK and India and transfer money through stablecoins from India to the UK. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.